Okay, we're going to have a smart notebook lesson that's going to incorporate a whole bunch of different things. First thing we're going to do is customize our toolbar. So to do that, we have two options. Either we can right click on the bar at the top, or we can hit this little cog, which gives us this, which is the settings one, which is going to give us the options to customize our toolbar. And I'm going to add the smart recorder by clicking and dragging it into my toolbar up top here. And I'm going to use that recorder now. And this is how we can record our entire lesson, and then you could send it to your students afterwards. You want to minimize it so it's not in the way while you do your lesson. So we're going to show you how to make a shape and use that shape to make an activity. So I'm just going to click on the circle tool here, click and drag, and it's going to make a circle from the center. It might be a little bit difficult to see, so we're going to fill in that circle right now. If you click on this paint can, then you can choose a color. Let's choose this bright blue over here. Click in the middle of the circle, and it's going to fill that circle in for us. And the other thing we're going to need to do is add some text. If we click on the text tool there, click over here, and once I click up top, my keyboard will come up for us, and we are doing landforms. And I can make that text bigger, and I can change the color of it as well. Make it white so it's easier to read. I have one with all of our pictures except one, so I'll add that bird's picture in. So once again, that was insert picture from file. We're on our desktop. Click on birds. Click and drag it over and change the size of it.
Because we're using pictures for our activity, we need to send our circle to the back, so we use the little arrow and click on it right here.
So now what we have to do is we have to make it so that this is an activity. So on the left-hand side over here, if we click on the puzzle piece, on the bottom I'm going to uncheck my auto hide so this menu will stay open. Click on the activity builder. We have no objects selected, so we're going to select our circle and edit it. So the objects we want to be accepted are going to be our landforms. So we're going to select each one and drag it into the little square over here for ones that are accepted. And take our other two and put them in rejected. Now we can go to our settings, and when a picture is accepted, we have some options. We are going to have nothing happen when the picture is accepted, and it's going to bounce back out when it's rejected. If you wanted, you could also add a sound by clicking on this box here, and then you would have to go into the picture, and I'll show you in just a second how to add the sound on there. So now I'm going to click Done. We see that we had check marks and X's a minute ago. Those corresponded with our menu on the side. I'm going to hide my menu. To add sound to a picture, click on the arrow and we go to Sound. We can either put a sound from File, or if you have a microphone, you can record a sound that you attach to that picture. And once it's accepted, it will play that sound. Now all that's left to do is to use your activity. So you can click and drag a picture. I'm going to click and drag our tree in. It should bounce back because it's in the wrong place. And when we click one of our landforms in, it will stay exactly where we put it. Another landform, it'll stay in the right place. If we try and click these birds, it'll bounce back. We can take our last landform and it's going to stay in the circle because it was accepted. Now we would want to finish our recording, so we click on the icon on the bottom here and hit stop. And it gives us the option to save our video. So here I'll save it to the desktop with that name. And just hit save. It'll take a minute and it'll export it. Now the last thing that we can do as well is, or two last things we can do, is we can also add a video in. So we can insert a flash file, and on our desktop, there we go. Insert landforms. You can change the size of it. And then we can also go to File and Export. And we can export export as a PDF our slides, and if I were to have done any writing on these, we'll also have the writing will appear on our PDF, and you can choose how you want to export them as thumbnails, as handouts, or as full pages. If you do handouts, you can do one or more on a page, and you can make sure that you leave space for the students to write on. And that's everything.